because she knew the soil. Like there's stories about what happened, and it was devastating for them, very very sad. But they needed someone. Of course, they brought a black slave to work the soil. This is new soil to white people. Europeans are not used to this, and of course, black people brought rice. So that when you're
So,
looking at
sis, help me
the
understand the
tilling the
connection to
land,
now.
you tell me, because I know you. I mean, I'm the rambler. You tell me.
Will, stop cutting her off, man.
I just asked a
It's an
question.
educated
That's
black
all.
woman. Why you
I
keep
just
cutting the
asked a
educated black
question.
woman off?
Really,
I
what is
can't
your really?
ask
What
the
is your
queen a
question?
question.
And you're dressed as the gown.
Keep cutting her off, Will.
Question? What's your question, Wall Street? Please share
And,
with me. What's your
and
question?
and the reason for the question is I feel like I'm trying to understand
Mhm,
your
mhm.
stance. So I'm trying to make a connection through the last 400 years to now. What's the
Perfect.
connection and the points you're making that some of them are valid? I agree with
Okay, so we're going
most.
to discuss 500 years. It's the need for wealth. Initially, it was commodities, and that commodity does include slavery. It does.
I agree. I
Point blank,
agree.
it does. Once we moved into the industrial age, Hafez Akuno, 1789, Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations. And again, one of the reasons for the Civil War, you're moving people off the land because you cannot continue having your economy based off the land, people working the land. That's slavery in Europe. That's basically serfdom. People working, tilling the land. We've evolved. We've evolved.
Well, I would say though,
That is the industrial age. Capitalism.
1759,
Come
wealth
back to
was still based on the land.
right. Okay. And yeah, and your point. Yeah. So
This is pre-cotton gin and whatnot. So I'm saying it wasn't a thing of
well, I said 1789. 89, that was a very important year. A lot of important things happened that year.
what
Very
happened that year.
well, the French Revolution and the
True.
ratification of the United States Constitution and Adam
True.
Smith's Wealth of Nations.
I like that.
So we're moving off the land. So we're coming into the 19th century. We're moving off the land into the industrial age. And UK and the Germans, of course, they really were the first to industrialize. I don't want it's chaotic. I won't go down the rabbit hole. I'm the rambler. But one of the reasons, the factors for the Civil War was to get off the land. No more slavery. The North was becoming industrialized. The South had like 5,000 families that owned the entire economy. It's not feasible. You cannot base your economy off the land. And chaotic, I won't go down the rabbit hole. That also touches 2008 as well, chaotic.
Well,
Having your
wait, Queen. The only
that
thing I would
one
ask you is
I have a question. Aren't we still living off the land? We still eat food, correct? We're and the
right.
farmers are such a huge aspect of the
madam,
economy.
madam, what I'm
Of the
referring to
hold on, no,
is
I wasn't
the
done with my question.
entire economy based off the land.
Well,
Where
wait,
the
wait, wait, wait,
cotton
wait.
was
No,
the
Will, let them have a conversation. Will, let
No,
them
no,
have
no.
a
I want to
conversation.
stay in the space she's in, right? So even the Industrial Revolution, to a
correct.
large part, it
Correct.
started with the cotton gin. So it was
Yeah.
still based off the land.
Yes,
And
yes, the,
also,
the British had
also
textiles.
trains and
That
stuff
is
ran off of
true.
coal.
Well, of course,
Chill out, Black
that's
Bear.
infrastructure.
I'm being respectful.
Of course, that's infrastructure, of course, and that when you look at the train, that's supply chain going from point A to point B, which is necessary. You're right.
Correct.
After the
Correct.
Civil War, we moved from north to south, we moved east to west, and we were able to do that because of train. So you're
Now
right.
that's almost a
You're
hundred years after
correct.
the
Well, no, they were
1700s. So
no. It
we
well, no, the
can't
Civil
say
War
that
was
in that time we were
1865.
focused on the Industrial Revolution when it hadn't even happened yet.
Well, the Industrial Revolution was happening. It was occurring. It's happening in Europe. The Germans and eventually the English, the British. The United States kind of caught up. The Russians were catching up. But my point is that we're getting off the land into manufacturing, automation, industrial age automation. We're now moving off basing our economy, the derivative off of slaves, off of commodity, and we're moving it more into actual manufacturing. The
Correct.
big,
No,
the beginning of
manufacturing is still
corporation,
slavery, though. Manufacturing is still slavery,
arguably,
and all of
arguably,
the things that
if you earn an
we
I
use
income,
agree with that
to
as well.
create. Okay, even the steel industry, which was a part of the huge part of the industrial revolution, was made from iron ore, which was came from the earth. So no matter how we get around it, everything is really coming from the land. We're still
madam,
our economy is still based on the land, whether we
now those are
want to have business.
commodities. I'm talking about when I say the land, people working, tilling the land, slavery. You in the soil where your labor is the soil. The industrial age
Exactly.
took us off the land, working the land as people
Mm.
into manufacturing, textile mills. Hafez, I yield. I know you're about to speak.
No. I 100% agree. I think
They
what you're
moved
saying is we
slavery from
moved
one
away
end to
from an
another.
agrarian society to an
Correct.
industrialized society. That's
Correct.
what you mean about moving off the land. Is
Correct.
in that was the motion.
But my
That's
issue is
where she
time,
was
though.
trying to.
But they all
When
they
she
did was
originally brought up,
incorporate a different aspect of slavery within the industrial revolution. There
I
was a different
agree.
type of slavery.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Dickens wrote A Tale of Two Cities. I mean, yes, you can say it, but again, you're still earning an income, number one, and it's still automation. It is still automation. And this is a necessity where we're now within factories. You're now moving into big cities. So, like Hafez correctly mentioned, no longer an agrarian society. We're now in the big cities. And
But
with
here's my
They
point,
moved, they
though.
moved the
completely
slaves from the
different.
south up to the north to
From
work in the factories. So those are the new
1759,
slave owners.
from
So, you're
1759, which you originally brought up,
no, I
you're
said
talking about another
1789. You
right.
should read
So you're
the book.
talking about
Read
at
this book,
minimum.
Will. Wall Street Will. You can't call yourself Wall Street Willie without reading this book. This is paramount. Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations. It's a necessity. You cannot call yourself Wall Street Willie. And then you're wearing the GIMP mask. I mean, sir. So, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, if you go to Detroit, where most of the auto industry was actually birthed at,
Yes, it is. Yes.
all of those were slaves that had moved up from the south into the north, and and that whole aspect. There was a certain level. I believe it's still another form of slavery. And here's another question I wanted to ask you: is that do you really believe that they actually brought all the slaves over from Africa, or were there Africans already here that they in fact enslaved?
Okay, so I want to first touch on what you just mentioned in regards to Detroit. Yes, you are correct. I have read The Great Black Migration, that book, fantastic. And of course, also with Detroit, Detroit is the home of the UAW, the first union, with really real unions, United Auto Workers. Hafez, that was actually started in Flint, the UAW. Michael Moore, the filmmaker Michael Moore, his parents, his family members, they were actual founders, or one of the key founders of the UAW. I bring that up because think about what that is, to unionize. You're now giving like a union, a mini government to the worker. You're empowering the worker, where the worker is now able to negotiate. You can't even, there's no other state in the United States that has that type of union enforcement like Michigan, like Detroit. So, and most states in the United States, Dijon, I mean, they are not right to work. And I know in my own family, my mother is anti-union because it is a mini government. Some of us just don't like that type of work, but it works well in Michigan because of the type of work that you all do. But let's also remember something. What happened there? Chrysler.
The union was mob run. It was actually tied to a criminal organization.
Where's Nunzi? I know Jimmy Hoffa was running you all. I know.
So it
Yeah,
was. You're going from one, but
mob run means corruption. So then, once again, you're now having corruption in this mini government called union. On top of the fact you still also have the company itself dealing with the union. So there's a lot of confusion with unions. So, but my point is that it does bring self-determination to the worker. Were you able to negotiate fees, prices, your wage in a way that the like when we talk about the progressives in the early 20th century, what they fought for in the industrial age, touching on what you said, that it was like slavery. So one of the conclusions or outcomes of people fighting for their rights, the progressives in the 20th century, them seeing themselves as slaves, like industrialized slaves, working in these factories, losing their fingers, having European children who are the original blackface Hafez. Have you seen those pictures? Like those little British kids.
Yeah, they send them up the chimneys, you mean?
Chimneys,
coal mines.
Just terrible. And then until after the war, you finally have compulsory education to get these children out of these factories. So I see your point, Genesis Detroit. Moving on to the Africa question you had. I've heard you on this panel before regarding Black people here. With all due respect, I don't even want to get into that conversation. That's not my background. That Black people because I have my own opinion. But I have yet to see any literature confirming anything that you said. I do believe
there is literature and there's actual archaeological evidence.
that when you say Black people, what do you mean by let's do definitions and meaning.
I
When
would
you
say Africans. They were Africans that had traveled here before, that actually had civilizations here in South America and in North America.
Okay, so when I was in high school, I did read a book similar to what you're saying. I did read a book that there were some Africans here. The operative difference is, did they create, when we say like a tribe, ethnicity, or civilization? I bring this up because the Vikings were actually the first to come to North America. And the Chinese in the 800s, but the Europeans, it was the Vikings. They reached Nova Scotia around the 1200s. So before 1492. But the thing is, they left. There's some artifacts, but they left. They never left a freestanding compound. They didn't leave any form of government. They didn't leave any form of, let's say,
They didn't settle.
they didn't plant their flag. They just
They didn't
came-
settle.
Exactly. There were no settlers. And there's a
Mhm.
difference when we say settlers. So yes, okay, I'll give it to you that there were probably Africans who at one point maybe were able to cross the wave, or they were on there's an actual, I forgot what it's called, like a wave where that can kind of take you directly from the old world to the new world. It's like a prevailing westerlies. I'm probably wrong. So
Is
let's
it,
just say that
is it
didn't
the
happen.
currents? Are you talking about like
yeah,
the?
there's a particular current, Hafez. I forgot the name. It was like a highway that could easily take you from Europe or Africa directly into North or South America, depending on the
Mhm.
season or the time of year. I forgot the name, Hafez. Excuse me. So Genesis, I'll give you that. But like Hafez say, there was no settlers. And that does matter. We all know the Puritans were settlers, Pilgrims were settlers, Jamestown settlers. Africans, maybe in South America, maybe for a short time, but they didn't settle and
Well, they
create.
actually-
You and I would understand as a tribe. You and I we know tribe. We know what that means. They didn't do that. But
They actually had this group. It's called the Washita, and there's actually and also there's Virginia natives that actually, when you go back into the history, they actually talked about some of the settlements that they had in Louisiana, Mississippi, Virginia, and they also still owned land, and they were part of the slavery. Like they actually had their own slaves at some point.
Mm.
okay,
Yeah,
Especially
have seen- I've
in
seen
Virginia.
pictures.
In Virginia, yeah. You actually
I have seen. Oh, sorry. I was
No,
going. I did one time Google actually African natives or Black natives, and there seems to be some evidence of that. There's photos certainly of actual people who would look African, but they were actually Native American attires and living with, when they look like Native Americans except Black people. So I don't know how long ago they settled or they were here, but there seems to be some, at least pictorial evidence, unless those are some kind of convoluted mixture of Africans mating with Native Americans, and that's kind of a thing. I don't know.
If
I
you
don't
go
know.
to
They look
Louisiana, there's a place called Poverty Point. So there's these things called mounds, and they're all throughout America. And these things, when you do research into them, they were actual structures. They're not hills. They're not like we would think that they like a hill, but it's actually a mound. That's actually there was a living structure inside of it.
Where is it? Black Indians in the
If
United
you
States.
look up the mound, the Wachita, but
Yeah. This is what I got. It refers to the Black people of African and Native American ancestry, often with strong ties to both African American and Native American communities and cultures. I'm sorry, this is just a very brief thing, but there is an actual thing, which is Black Americans or Blacks, Africans who are Native Americans. It is a thing. I just don't know how long and how far back it goes.
It's
I don't
not
know if
real.
Well, here's
not.
the reason why I would say this. Why would we believe? We'd rather believe that these people had a ship that was big enough to fit millions of people on it. Well, you can't find their ship that actually exists to this day that people have been able to recover. And meantime, it sounds more realistic that people probably migrated back and forth, and that that people were
Well, the
migrating all
reality
the
is we
time.
can't
Amen.
find ships.
Amen.
We can't find ships from the Spanish Armada, right?
yes, we
But
can.
we don't.
I've only heard of one ship that was recoverable. They said that they tried to say that all the ships withered
You
away
can't
because they were
find
made of
ships
wood.
from the Spanish Armada. You
Well,
can't direct me.
respectfully, we have to remember something. A lot of European history, was completely destroyed with World War I, World War II. Like
Mm.
there's like the world literally came to an end
I don't
after
agree with that.
no, because they destroyed their own continent. They destroyed their country. They destroyed a lot of their history.
Yeah, but they maintain their history though.
No, no. I mean, yeah, you can maintain your history, but at the same time, you're at war, and just look at the casualty of war. A lot of the artifacts, their buildings, a lot of their history is gone.
Was
So
destroyed.
when you're no, it's just I'm just bombed out. So so to say that they did not find a Spanish Armada ship vessel is not necessary. It's just not true. It's not true because
Well, according to the National Geographic, they say that it says that most ships no longer exist due to their wooden construction and the harsh
Correct.
conditions of the sea. Many sank during the transatlantic voyages, and those that didn't were often broken up or abandoned after the end of the slave trade. The few that have
Correct.
been found are often in poor condition, but some, like the flotilla, are still being studied, learning more. And that's according to
And I subscribe to that. Those
Okay,
ships
question.
were
that
those
makes
ships
complete
were
sense now,
here. They did what they did.
right?
They're not in a museum preserved, but that doesn't change history. We know what was done with these
I don't
ships.
think it's 100%. Okay, I think that there were people, slaves that were brought over, but the fact that they say that all these like millions of Africans that live in America that 100%
Genesis,
of them were
nobody's
brought over
saying-
here, but during the slave trade, I don't believe that that's true. I believe
Genesis,
that
first-
people were
Genesis
traveling and
first,
transversing the earth way before the slave trade existed.
So here's
Genesis
the
first.
undeniable fact,
Genesis,
right?
no more than 400. Okay, let's first aside numbers. No more than 400,000 came to North America. The British really brought no more than 400,000. The vast
don't agree
majority
with
are
that.
all slaves. Were bred. They were bred. The
Well,
vast majority
so
were bred
that
on
does
United
tie
States
into my
soil.
argument as well, but
They were
I
bred-
don't agree with that number of only. I don't agree with only anything.
You
Right?
like
British-
what you
the British
agreeing
brought
with? You
about
like
Listen, they
400,000.
said that listen. According to history, they're trying to say there was 35,000 ships that brought 12.5 million Africans to the Americas.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
North
that's
America,
the
South
One
America,
trash
and the
history.
Caribbean.
Okay,
Ships
that
or
makes
So,
voyages.
so that and this is according to
Genesis.
National
Ships
Geographic.
or
So
voyages.
Genesis, that makes sense because you have to remember the Spanish and the Portuguese, they first were bringing slaves to the
Correct.
Americas before the British. The
Right.
British much later. The
I don't believe
Spanish
that.
and the Portuguese, they were bringing really from 1492, once they unified Spain under one kingdom, they started slavery to the Americas and it did not stop. It just didn't stop. They stopped in North America, which eventually we know as the United States. But South America was moving African slaves and they were going throughout the western coast of Africa. The British went to one area and one area only, which is present day Benin and Togo. They went to one port, and that's who they were bringing to Virginia. And then, of course, further up north into Massachusetts and those states over there.
See, but here's my issue with that, sis. The major port was Haiti, right?
No, that's
So once
port
you got-
coming in.
hold
I'm
on.
talking about getting the actual slaves from Africa.
I get
One
what you're
area
saying.
in West Africa.
I get what you're saying, but my point is Haiti was a port, right?
Big time.
Where
Yes, it was. For the
all
French.
these different
For the French,
Western
correct.
all these different Western countries traded slaves at
Yes,
this port.
Have a good one, Afis.
So whether
I had these. Have a great night.
whether the British brought the slaves directly from Africa or brought them from Haiti,
What? No, that's
The-
the French. That was.
But what's
French.
the point?
That was French. Yeah.
No.
What is?
Questions. I have a question for you.
no,
Yes.
hold on, let's slow down. The British absolutely purchased slaves from Haiti.
What's the point?
Yes, they did. And
So-
and like he said, what is the point? They did. They did.
my
So-
point, the point I was trying to make, I don't believe that 100% of all the Africans that were in America and that are a product of slavery. I think there are some that were actually already here, and that there also were some brought over by slavery. And there's
There's a
evidence.
lot who came later, after slavery.
The Aboriginal argument is an attractive one, but here's the factual matter, right? There were people on this landmass that were documented in America before the slave trade became prevalent here, right?
That's true.
As time
It's both
as time
documentation.
passed,
It's both.
as time passed, slaves escaped. They were sold. Many Indians in America owned slaves. So yes,
The
There was a
Choctaw
merging.
Nation, Oklahoma
There
Choctaw
was at
Nation.
some point a
And,
merging.
and there were black
slaves.
people that
Hold on, let
owned
me
slaves.
land.
Oh, that's true.
Let me land.
Choctaw Nation.
There was at
30% were
some point
African
a
slaves,
merging
and they fought for the
of.
Confederates.
No, they
Who
weren't black.
cares?
They were
Why are we
African.
rehashing the history of black people?
Yeah, I don't even know Powder
He
Dope.
said,
Better
well,
stop
Trump
shit on
supposedly said get over slavery. I guess that's why the
Because
conversation
there was
is.
black people on the
Mm.
call talking about it.
That's what the title is. Did
But
Trump
you
say
want to
get over
interrupt,
Question.
white man?
Well, now the
Questions.
white man's back,
Or
and I
where
just
would
was
you like to
wondering
go
why
with it,
you're
white
talking
Questions.
man?
I
about
have
it.
a question for you.
I'm sure
You
you do.
came to
What's your
conquer
question
the
to
chat.
ponder? What's your
Eh,
question to ponder? Yeah.
Hey,
So,
white man, you know
wait,
what
hold on,
allows you to conquer the chat? It's
Will, hold on,
CTs.
Will,
It was
hold on.
CTs in 1492. All right, go
Black
ahead.
Bear, what is your question? What question do you ponder?
In African history, has there ever been a African mustache man?
What
Oh,
is
so
a
we're
mustache?
we're hashing this stuff out to figure out who's good and bad.
No.
No,
No,
I'm talking to
there has
questions. I'm talking to
not that I'm
questions.
aware of. Not
you're
that I don't
wondering
think there's Africans that have aspired to it. Y'all just aren't as good at killing, apparently.
We want to get a
what?
better
Well,
your
the
understanding
game
of
Germans.
up.
how you're
Well,
able to
we all know
conquer,
the
right?
Germans
Oh
are
my
very
God, man!
efficient.
Let her answer the
We're looking to
Black
get a
people were
better
not here
Hold on,
during
understanding of how
question.
slavery.
your
I like
people
that.
conquered us.
Guys. It's a question for Questions to Ponder. Go ahead, Questions to Ponder.
If there, so the African equivalent, I believe you all kind of touched on that, but I still wouldn't say it's at the level. I mean, because remember, the Germans are efficient, and when they're focused, they are the best at whatever they do.
right.
So if we're going to bring up something like an equivalent to quote unquote Adolf,
But
Be
see,
more
when you
efficient.
but see
you
when you
have
say that, there
Are
was
Can
World
she,
War II.
Germans the
can
best?
she
Because
answer,
I'll
y'all?
buy a
Let her
Toyota
answer.
over a.
Question.
But hold
but if
on, when
we're
you say
looking,
that, there
Hey,
was
good night,
World
everybody,
War
by
but
the
II.
way.
This was a
chaotic,
war that the Germans
Question.
lost.
but
Questions to
chaotic.
Ponder.
Yes, sir. Yes, chaotic.
Let me throw you a layup here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Without a doubt, Nimrod was a black man. Without a doubt.
Nimrod. Yes.
And
Jesus
if I'm
was
not
white,
mistaken,
though.
if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken in the Bible, he slaughtered people, right? I
Yes,
don't
he
know if
did.
that's true or not. I know he
Oh,
built
he did. Yes, he did.
Nineveh, right? He built the
Yes.
city of Nineveh, but I
Correct.
can't remember exactly. But the pharaohs, right? Let's assume that they were black. They
Yes.
slaughtered. I mean, they have depictions of them killing people.
Yes.
I think blacks are just as capable. If not, we probably had all types of events where
Of
black men
slaughtering and slavery.
slaughtered
Yes.
people. Yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Oh yeah.
Well,
But yeah,
blacks,
so
blacks
can I say this?
owned slaves in America. They did actually own
Hold on.
slaves.
But that question upon answer the question. But yeah, go ahead.
Here we go.
No, absolutely. I mean, chaotic. You're 100% correct. When we're
Yeah.
looking at East Africa, Egypt, the history, you had very melanated people who were slaughtering and enslaving and selling their own. This was part of the economy at that time. Your labor did not belong to you. Furthermore, when we look at the history of war, it was always like a booty or a bounty to take labor, to take women and children. Let's also a woman and a child was considered transaction. You are not even a human being. You were technically a slave.
Are you a
But you
human
are.
being?
Can I say this real quick before we
You're
move on with the subject?
conflating two things.
Man,
though.
I
Yeah.
was the one who questioned her. Man, can I get
So,
my
I
question
know, but I
out?
to chaotic to land, it was
previous
those who
topic.
had might and those who had military, those who had, and we all know that wealth came in the form of those commodities at that time, and also labor. People were commodity, especially women and
It was a
children.
very different system.
It was
Though.
a very, very
African
different. It was
slavery,
a different
you could
economy.
become African slavery. You could become a part of those people.
Yeah.
Right?
I got it.
You.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that,
So
and we
hold on.
Still a
and we do
commodity.
see
People are
that
still a
within
commodity.
Egypt. And we do see that within Egypt, that you could
I-
become
So
part
that's
of
my
African
point.
slavery
Like,
was nicer
white
slavery. That's what we're
was
saying.
very different.
Chaotic. Can I ask you something quick? Chaotic. Sure. Why do you keep letting them entertain this Aboriginal nonsense? Like, I know you know better. You're a smart man, Chaotic.
Because it's very plausible to assume that I mean, if you really sit back and think about it, man, you can find blacks all over the planet, man. Southeast Asia.
No, but
Europe.
chaotic.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
genetically, even
hold
if you
on,
go to the
hold on. Who's
Okay.
this nigga talking?
genetically, even
How
if
you
you
gonna
go,
tell
Bear,
us
let
what
him
we
cook.
is?
You got a point.
even if
This
you
is
go to
how
No,
white
he ain't
people
got no
take over the
point.
world, by the way.
He ain't got no
chaotic. If you go
point.
to Southeast
42.
Asia, them black people on them islands in Southeast Asia, when you test their genetics and their DNA, They're
You
not
don't.
African people.
You've never tested their genetics, bro.
They've tested.
Yeah,
Yes, they
you're not a
have.
genetic.
Reese,
Yes,
Reese,
they.
Iraq-
No, yes, they
Reese,
have.
Their
the-
genetics have been tested, and it's usually
They're not
Will, you
African.
American,
usually
Will. We don't even
tied
know what this
to
dude
the
is.
L3
So-
haplogroup.
Right.
Reese,
Yeah.
that's me.
If
But
you
they-
don't think I know
And
what
when
I'm
people
talking
stop
about, have
talking,
a
let me talk to
conversation
chaotic.
with
Let
me
me
Reese,
talk to
you're
chaotic real
asking me-
quick. God damn.
Yeah.
Reese, you're asking me a question. I'm giving you my
Yes.
answer from my opinion. I could be wrong. I haven't done the science. I couldn't tell you how DNA actually works, other than some bullshit that what I am telling you is that there's a possibility that those people in Papua New Guinea, Australia, where's The Rock from? He's from what
Samoa.
Polynesia.
Samoa.
He's
Whatever.
Samoan
The
and black.
Polynesian
He's Samoan and
It's
black.
very possible that those people are black.
He's in
people.
the Polynesian football.
It is very
Hall of Fame.
possible.
Okay,
but
but
it's
yeah,
very possible.
Let's just say
I'm not
those
arguing
Damn,
with
let
you,
him
Reese.
finish.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
Reese, I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah.
I'll admit when I'm wrong, and then most of the times I am wrong. But what I'm saying is that the reason, probably one of the reasons why you see black people all over the planet, maybe even in North America, is because at one point Pangea may have existed, and
You're trolling, chaotic. Chaotic, you're trolling. You're smarter than this. You're smarter than
Before
this.
we get to that, let's stick
Pangea?
with haplogroup.
Pangea, really?
Go ahead.
Chaotic,
Hey,
you're trolling
CT,
now.
are
You're
you
trolling.
familiar
All right,
with
go ahead.
the?
You don't
Are
believe
you-
Pangea?
Are
What?
you
Pangea
familiar
was
with the
millions of
back
years
to
ago.
Africa theory?
But
Human
people
beings didn't
exist
even
in
exist. When, human beings didn't even exist when Pangea was here. We didn't exist.
Let's slow down before we
We were
get
still
to
climbing
Pangea.
trees.
Okay, let me get these baboons off the planet. Let me panel real quick.
Off the planet.
Panel. Any theory, a theory is a theory. It's an idea. It's a thought. You're asking me, do I believe in back to Africa theory? Okay, sure. I have a theory that maybe we've gone through many different resets, and we talked about that last night. Me and you, DJ Genesis, talked about that last night. So I mean, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. But what I can tell you is it's very plausible that we probably descended from the Aborigine in Australia. And maybe we, I don't know how the planet looked a million years ago, but maybe we descended from whatever those people are, or the people in Papua New Guinea, and then and then we migrated, and then we settled in Africa. I have no idea, bro. I don't know. Okay, that's my answer.
Chaotic, let me just say this.
Since
I'm
I
gonna
asked
end
you
it real
that
quick.
question,
Let me just say this real quick.
Hold on, real quick, bro. Real quick.
Wait, no, hold up.
I had one more
Respond to what he
question.
said before we forget what he said, and I'll keep it short. I promise you, I'll keep it short. So there are studies that have been done, right? Research that has been done to verify certain theories. So your theory may not have as much evidence as other theories. The Back to Africa theory states that two haplogroups left Africa. A haplogroup was created outside of Africa. And it not only returned to Africa, but it also became the Polynesians, the Asians, whatever else, right? That's plausible, right?
Get where you're going.
I mean, all right, white man, I'll let you take over.
The point is the genetic, the archaeological, all the evidence points to black people were not here before Columbus. Those people that were here, those people that were here came from Siberia.
Reese, you from America, nigga?
My family was in the Americas for the last 400 years. Yes.
Are you American, nigga?
In the Americas for the last 400 years.
No, are you a proud American, nigga?
Yeah, yes, I am a proud American. Yes, I live in New York.
Okay. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk.
Can I explain to him how?
So, Native Americans came from Siberia.
Correct.
From the Bering Strait. Their genetics. If you go test a Native American right now, or somebody in South America in the Amazon rainforest, their genetics is going to point to Siberia.
That is
not
correct.
from Africa. Black people came here through the transatlantic slave trade. The genetics proves that. It's simple as that. It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
That is correct.
Wild.
DNA matters.
And so while you'll have Polynesians,
I ain't got nothing to say against him. He's an American.
while you have Polynesians
I ain't got nothing to
that
say
look
for him.
just like me and this brother that made that point, right? Their haplogroup, their genetics was created outside of Africa. This is a group that left Africa. Some of them later returned, but other groups went all around the world. This is how you have Polynesians that, as pure black as CT thinks his complexion is, right? Yeah, Polynesians like The Rock that look more like me, right? But it did all start in Africa. But that
I don't
doesn't mean
believe that mess,
but that
man.
doesn't
Y'all want
mean
to? Hey, go to
that,
Africa,
that
man.
doesn't
Y'all
mean
want
that
to be
all
African? Go
these
to
hold
Africa,
on,
man.
I'm with you, bro. That doesn't mean that all these groups are fundamentally African.
Okay, so here's the question I want to ask both of you.
African is a white man's name, man.
The main
Y'all want to
point
be
is
African? Go to Africa, man.
the main
Okay.
point is we're
We
talking
love
about
America.
hundreds of years of people being in different regions. Over
Thousands of
hundreds of
years, not
years.
hundreds, thousands.
Okay,
Some
so if
argue that.
here's my question.
I
So
go more conservative.
if everything came out of Africa at some point, right? We all say
Yep.
that things came out of Africa. Then
Yep.
how are Siberians not at all or nothing African, but Chinese people have an African ancestry?
The
What?
argument is that the haplogroup
And if that's
that
the truth,
create
if that's true, where'd they come from? If so, how did they just pop up out of
No,
nowhere?
they came out of Africa
so
thousands
the
of
argument
years
is
ago.
that everything left Africa.
Yes.
They had L1 and L2 leave Africa.
Yes.
But once they left Africa, like a lot of black guys are, they're
mutated.
thirsty, right?
They
so
mutated.
they started not even mutated, bro. They started boning Neanderthals, right? They
Not
started
not
boning.
that simple,
They
though.
started boning
It's
a
not that
different
simple.
degree
So,
of Homo sapiens,
so powdered
right?
donut.
Of
So you
Homo
talking about they look
erectus.
like powdered donut up there? That's what they
They
look like.
started boning different types of Homo erectus. And then you get different peoples that are created from there, right? So that the argument is never that it didn't start in Africa. The argument is that other peoples were created outside of Africa.
Okay, so tell me this, right? So in America, you have Africans where the slave owners was boning the Africans, right? And then you get light skin, you get like a little bit of
Yep.
like little mixture of people, right?
That's
So
why I
over
look like The
time,
Rock.
does that mean that over time that now you're no longer African or black? Now you are
No,
a new race now?
That's
Does that make
exactly
you
what it
into a
means.
new race?
That's exactly what it means. This is why blacks in America consider ourselves of African descent, but we're not Africans. We're a new
No,
people.
I am not
Yeah,
African descent.
No, okay,
No,
but
I'm
I'm
not.
not arguing whether or not we're 100% African. I'm saying, okay, African descent. So a Siberian that has African descent could be a dark skin Asian or a light skin Asian. Like you have
Could be a
Indians
white
that are
man.
dark skin, light skin, right? Because there at one point was an admixture between some Africans and some Caucasians or Neanderthal or whatever you want to say or whatever.
Correct.
What's the other one? So all these people are just mixed people, right?
I'm
But
still
then
not sure what the
then
point
someone
is.
came and says, "Okay, you're Indian, you're this, you're that," and now there's separation of people, and now we're gonna say, "Well, no, there's no connection back to Africa at some point."
The argument is not that there's no connection back to Africa. The argument is that over thousands, or I'm more conservative, hundreds of years, you become your own people at that point.
No,
Right?
thousands of years, hundreds, thousands.
Hey,
The Polynesians became their own people.
Connections out of Africa.
Willie, why are we having conversations about something that happened 500 years ago?
I
And
don't know.
you
I
haven't
wanted
even
to
been
talk
here
about
one generation.
I want to talk about JP on
And you-
welfare. I don't know what we're talking about.
I brought up.
No, hold on. Let me
Africa
let me jump on CT a little bit.
already being in America. That's why.
Let me jump on CT a little bit, y'all. Hold on, CT. CT, why you keep trying to make JP the standard of FBA?
I'm not.
You gave him his own show today again, CT.
Because JP is exposing the hypocrisy of America.
He allows that.
So
man
you
to
so you
present,
not so you
but I
not
can't
you
say
not
too much.
representing him. You not representing him as the black man of America. You not doing that, CT.
He has open panels.
I think
You asking a question
believe,
you know the answer to. He is.
I believe that Will, hang tight. JP is a symbol.
Okay, wait a minute.
He's
Slow down.
my God. You want to
Slow
give me
down.
my answer or not? You want to cut me off or you want me to
Go ahead.
He's a symbol. He's an idea. He's a
Simple.
hold on, Will, hold on. Back in the day, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but laborers threw sabots in the machines. Thus the word sabotage. And I got that from Star Trek, The Undiscovered Country. But nevertheless, I think that JP represents that. I think he represents.
CT, answer the question.
I'm trying to answer. If you stop cutting me, goddamn off.
Let him answer, and then I'm gonna answer.
I think I think what it is that you guys, you did everything right in life. You Black Bear, you Wall Street, and so many other people. You went to college. You got your little smarty arty degrees. Some of you niggas even got masters. You pay your taxes and you do everything right in life. Here goes the guy JP. He's on welfare. He's a junior high school dropout.
Explain it.
And hold on. And many times he
get it out. Come on.
I don't want to offend you because you guys are good guys, but I think to a degree he's, living better than most Americans.
No, CT, that ain't what I asked.
Hold on. I'm not. You asked me about JP, didn't you, son bitch?
No, I didn't.
Black Bear.
You didn't ask me about JP. Okay, go ahead.
No, I said, are you trying to make JP the symbol of the American black man?
Now, can I answer?
Okay. How about this? Let me continue my answer. There is no symbol of the black man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There is no symbol of the black man.
CT.
Yes,
the only symbol of a man is the Western symbol of a man.
CT, so we don't have our own image.
Yeah, let me get him.
No, you
Black Bear.
What image does the black man have? You don't have an image.
Is Charlton Heston? Is Charlton Heston the image of a white man?
Man, hey man, I'm about to cuss y'all the fuck out.
Picture you right now. You're about to run from me. All right, I'll wait.
Will, Blackbeard, I rock with you, man. Goddamn, man. Listen. There is no image of the black man. It's a facade. It's bullshit. The only image of a man is what you should aspire to be in terms of a Western man. The Western man is a symbol, right? The clothing, literature. Can I talk, man? Can I talk, please? Can I talk? Literature, art, history. Bro, the black man hasn't built anything for somebody. He hasn't built anything for himself to be a symbol. In my opinion, God knows, man. I'm just being honest with you.
Like, can I answer?
I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not saying that the average white man is a symbol, because God, let's be honest, the average white man ain't no goddamn symbol either. But it's the Western man, honorable, noble, logical, reasoning. That's what a symbol of a man should be. The symbol of okay, give me a symbol of a black man. Give me a black man. Give me a black man.
So I'll give you that, but you're saying
give me a black man.
I will.
I give you one. Hold on. Go ahead.
When you dealt with Western men, you're saying that slave masters are a symbol of honor. That's what you said.
No, Will. He said give him a black man.
Slave master. Hey man, it's the year 2025. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Give me a modern day black man. Give me.
I wish I could give you a
That's
black
a
man,
symbol
but you know
of
what?
black men?
Most of the black men
They're
that
all
were
locked up.
symbols, they all got killed in the 60s or are old as hell now and ain't doing as much as they could.
Okay, so give me one in the 60s then. Give me one in the 60s then.
Stokely
Dr.
Carmichael.
Henry Clark, Dr. Claude Anderson,
Fred Hampton.
Okay.
Malcolm X. Muhammad Ali.
Dr. Yusuf and
Guys,
This
please.
is you asked for.
It's just one at a time. Okay. Let's use Malcolm
See
X.
how easy that was to cook.
Let's use Malcolm X. Okay, let's use Malcolm X. What language did he speak? What attire was he? Okay, where did English come from?
Really, really quick though, before you.
Where did English come from? Where did English come? Where did English?
It came from the English.
Dude.
I'm gonna answer that.
Dude, where did English come from? It came from
England.
Where? Okay.
It came from the English. Yeah.
Now wait.
Who?
Because you
White people.
Where did
CT,
where
white people.
where
White
did
people.
where did his Malcolm X, right?
Yeah.
If we go to photos, he died decades before I was born.
He was light skinned.
He
was light skinned.
What type of attire was he wearing? Was he
Suit.
wearing African attire? Was he wearing Asian attire? He was.
We're not
what
African, CT.
Which
We're
Malcolm
not
are you talking
African.
about?
That's what type of attire was he wearing?
Which Malcolm are
He
you
was
talking
wearing a
about?
suit. He was wearing a suit.
He was wearing a suit.
Haj
Where-
Malik Shabazz
where
was
did this-
wearing African garb.
Okay, no, he wasn't. He was wearing European garb, bro. Stop the
Haj
bullshit,
Malik Shabazz.
bro. We gotta stop. We gotta start being honest with ourselves, man.
I'm telling you, I
Malcolm
can show
X,
you pictures
bro,
of El Haj
Malcolm
Malik
X.
Shabazz.
Malcolm X was wearing European high society, bro. All this shit comes from the high
European,
society.
CT.
Bro,
That's where
what
the suit
fuck
comes
are we
from.
Talking about it comes from royal. All this
The
shit
suit.
comes from royal class, bro.
He was
Let's
going.
be honest,
Suits were developed out of
My
British
bad. My bad.
military
CT,
uniforms.
My bad.
Let me ask you this.
bro. All this shit comes from, bro. Listen, bro.
Let me
listen.
ask you this, CT. You think a bow tie defined him more than his rhetoric?
Okay, let's use his rhetoric.
Okay.
Where did he get his rhetoric from? What
Elijah
philosophy?
Muhammad.
The Honorable Elijah
Okay.
Muhammad.
Okay, where did Elijah Muhammad get his rhetoric from?
A white man.
Some say Farad
Turkish-
Muhammad was
Bro.
It's a white man. It was a white man.
So the fact of the matter is that
Okay,
man,
Malcolm
like,
X was bad. Malcolm X was a bad name.
No,
I didn't say Malcolm X was
wasn't.
bad.
Just let me
I never
respond,
said he
too.
was. I never said he was bad either. But the argument is about JP and worldview and what masculinity is, and is he the symbol of black man, bro? There is no symbol of black man. That's what I'm trying. That was
Now,
my answer to you. That's just me
I
giving you
understood
my
your point.
answer. That's my answer.
Now, let me
and I
ask you
could
a
be
question.
wrong. I just don't think JP represents. I think he. I think JP.
Oh,
in my
let
opinion,
I
me
got
ask
a
you a
good one
question.
for you.
JP is
Dr.
closer to
Dr.
Malcolm X
Umar
than any
Johnson.
of
Hold on, Black Bear.
Dr.
Black
Umar
Bear,
Johnson.
please, hold
JP
on,
is
please.
closer to a Malcolm X than anything
Please.
because Malcolm X went to prison
So
and
here's
then
my
he
question
developed
to you.
himself in after
Yeah.
prison. And
Is
into
there
Hey,
an
Nas.
image of
Hey
the
guys,
white
real quick,
man?
I got a cash app, and Nas, thank you so much for the cash app, man, for the $5 cash app. Ask Carrot Top when did he start math? If he's the meth head, I want to do meth because he doesn't like a meth head at all. He looks super healthy.
What's
Looks
good,
like
guys?
water.
How's everybody doing? I'm just
Thanks,
listening.
man.
I'm listening.
So wait,
and
let's
learning.
get back to my question though. Is
Go
there
ahead.
an image of the white man? Would you
Mm.
consider Charlton
I'm new
Heston
here.
an
Yeah,
image
the
of the white man?
presidents. Yeah, the
Bro,
president.
the image of the white. Okay, so what I mean, the image of the white man is
Trump right now.
Something you
no,
respect.
in my opinion, it's just Western civilization, bro. What is the
Cool.
highest level of Western ideology?
Trump.
That's just me, bro. Let's be honest about it. The highest form of music is classical music. The highest form of architecture is Baroque, Jesus Christ, I'm losing my mind now. Greek architecture, yada yada yada. Right, bro. It's high society, man. Which I
That's
gotta
an
admit,
opinion.
whatever opinion or not, bro. Opinion or not, in my opinion, that is the highest form of great symbolism,
Right, that's
man.
your
It just
opinion.
happen to be Western. Okay, it's just Western civilization. But here goes the
So
difference.
that's my point though.
Whether it's
Yeah.
my opinion or not, you live within my opinion anyway. It doesn't even matter what you're talking about. You live within that opinion.
That's debatable.
You're speaking English. You're not speaking a Bantu. You're not speaking any Bantu language.
Oh, I would have hate speaking that
So-
African
so
shit. Go
you're
ahead,
saying-
CT.
But here's
Go
the
ahead.
question.
So you're
English
saying
is
you
a-
can't speak English and be a
is dying
revolutionary?
language
Sound like
in
you
its
talking
You
in the
can't
wall.
speak English and be completely
That's a
anti the
question.
system?
That's a question that you have to answer yourself. Can you?
No, I
you?
know
don't
the answer to that. I know
What
who
is
Fred Hampton is. So this is how I know what you said was stupid, but I want to know if you realize it was stupid. So are
Bro,
you
if-
saying you can't speak English and be a radical?
If-
not
if-
subscribe.
If what you were saying is true, can Asada Shakur step foot back on American soil right now?
When you
Can
say that, though,
Asada-
what's
Can
your
Asada
Hell
Shakur
no.
step
Hold on,
foot
till I got
back
a sister.
on? Can
So we all know
Asada
she
Shakur?
can't. We
Nah,
all know
she's
she
going to
can't,
jail.
right?
She's
So-
going
but
to
I
jail.
want to know. I want to
so
understand your.
What
point
does it
in
matter
saying-
if she's a radical or not, bro? What does it matter,
So because she can't be in America, she can't be a
bro?
polarizing figure. So now,
If you
are
are
you saying
truly
that?
a
Are you
radical,
saying that Fidel Castro was nobody?
that's
What?
not my argument. That's
Are
not
you
that's
saying
not my
it take-
argument.
But if you're
Bro,
saying
the
it just because she can't be in America,
The
now
reason
she's
Will,
no
stay
JP
longer.
here
gets to
with
set
blacks.
the image
Blacks
is
in
because you
America,
guys are
Will.
ineffective.
Stay right here. Stay right here. Blacks in America. CT's right, man. He
Nah,
doing
the
what he got to.
conversation
He right.
needs to be bigger than that, though.
Why are you
No,
guys
man,
so
because not
ineffective at setting an image that you let
think all
JP
blacks
have
are
it?
blacks, man. I'm telling you. I
I
Will,
do
gotta
not
teach him
look
though.
at an African and see myself. I
if
I
don't.
don't
blacks
think
were
all blacks are
Will,
blacks, bro. Yeah. What's up?
bro, if blacks were truly revolutionary,
Yep.
you'd have submarines, you have nuclear armaments, bro.
Yeah,
You would have aircraft carriers,
yeah.
bro. We're just not,
That's a
man. Like
broken
I
mind
get
state,
it,
though.
man, bro.
Hydraulics.
God,
No, Will, it's the
bro,
truth.
bro.
Will.
Trust me
Truth.
as a man, bro. Trust me as a man. It pains me to even say this, man.
Let me know when I first
Our ancestors lost, man. Whether
Yeah, they
continental
got their
Africans, they got their asses whooped, bro.
Yeah, they
All that
did.
revolutionary, dude. You got this
We took
stupid
losses.
bitch.
Yeah.
What's that stupid bitch earlier today? The one I was in the video about, bro. This bitch said she's a radical. Bitch, how the hell are you a radical? First of all, you're a woman. You should be in the kitchen cooking and cleaning. You're not a radical at all.
I
CT,
definitely
you
see
came
her
on
as a
earlier?
radical.
Bro, could you? I was on earlier, but the show got shut down, bro. What's the chick's name again? Summer.
Amanda Seals.
Amanda Seals. Here goes a
I
black
Oh, you
woman.
talked
see her
about
as a
her?
radical.
Oh, my
Here
bad.
here goes a woman so deluded. She's telling people she's a radical.
She's a nut.
And
I agree that
I'm like,
she's
give
a
me the
radical.
Arab woman. Give me. What are you talking about, man? Like, bro, I'm telling you, man.
Yo, she's a
I'm
nut.
not.
Because one of the biggest arguments you guys always have between, when you're political gangbanging, the Bloods and the Crips, the Democrats and Republicans, she doesn't subscribe to either side.
No, she does.
That
She's
in
a Democrat,
itself,
man.
slow
She's a
down,
Democrat.
slow down,
She's
slow down,
lying. She's a
slow down,
Democrat.
slow down. I can make that argument with you, Black Bear, but we would have to have room to have that conversation for you to understand my point. But dealing with what CT says, I do accept her as a radical. She was she was just as critical of Obama as she was of Trump.
She's not
Pretty
a
radical.
radical, bruh. Come on, man. Everybody knows she's the
Let's
B
hear him
word,
out.
bruh.
Let's hear him out.
She's
Let's
the
hear
B
him out.
word.
Is radical a
Let's hear him out.
mindset or is it like an action?
It's an action to me.
I'm a radical.
Powdered
Okay,
donuts.
so
No, you're not.
is
You
there,
are
so
white.
what makes a radical? Does it make it into
Blacker
a
than you are.
You are
So is
fully
it because you have
invested
a
in the
radical
system.
mindset,
You
a radical
defend the system.
talking point?
I
Or
defend the
radical
system.
about what you do
A
in the
radical is simply someone that's
community.
against the current system.
No, it
That's
has
it.
How
to
do
be action.
hold on?
It has
How
to
do
be an
I
action.
No, it
how do I
doesn't.
defend the system? I bet you I don't. I bet you I am actually more radical than you are.
No, I
You
heard. Hey,
sat
Will, I
here,
heard him talk before,
Macca
right?
is radical.
He not
You
with
sat
Macca is
here
radical.
and defended Walmart not paying a livable wage.
No, I'm just trying to teach you guys how
White people
economics
wouldn't
work, and
even
you.
consider you radical. Relax.
Wait,
I don't consider
fully
myself
invested
radical.
in the
I am
system.
probably more radical than
You
you.
defend the system.
Will, what are you talking
No,
about right
all
now?
I'm trying to do is explain economics to you because you seem to think that
You can't explain economics to me, bro.
fairness matters with how economic variables move. It doesn't. You asked me if my major was in macroeconomics. That shows you don't understand economics. That's like me asking a mathematician if their major was in subtraction. You don't get to have just part of the whole thing.
And I do want to say this about the English language, though, because he keeps about the English language. That was a docking language, and it was a well-known way, a very easy language that was a mixture in a conglomerate of multiple languages in order to be able to communicate. In order to communicate in maritime. So
English is one of the hardest languages to learn. What are you talking about?
But it's a doc. If you do the research, it's a docking a maritime language. It was used.
What does that mean? What is a docking a maritime language?
It was used for trade and maritime communication to like shipping maritime law.
You think they made up an entire language just to use on boats?
It's called Sea Speak. It is a principal language of Sea Speak, which was chosen because it was the most common language spoken on the ships in civil aviation. So that is what English is.
Are you
not no special thing?
I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Do you have the right? Are you a free woman on the land?
A free woman? I don't know what is that.
You're starting to sound like a sovereign citizen.
No, I'm not a sovereign citizen.
I can present you
but if
the
you look it up
English.
online, you'll see that English is
There's an English-Anglo treaty. Signed in the
NOAA, National
1300s.
Ocean Service. I'm talking about National Ocean Service. That is the actual NOAA is what they describe English as. It's the common maritime communication.
You do realize things change.
I don't think CT knew that. Go ahead.
So while it may have
kick us
been
back in.
So when I talk about stuff, I bring sources. I don't just say this and just don't have a source or a legitimate source.
I'm skeptical of that. You can find a source to support whatever delusion you want supported.
Your source is simply saying that currently English is a maritime language. But English wasn't created
is a maritime
as
language?
a maritime
I'm trying to figure out what that is.
It's
English
called,
was created before
sea speak.
English
This is why I don't think you have a viable
English
source, because even the thing that you're claiming doesn't make any fucking sense. Like they got a whole new language to use on boats.
Yeah, let me look it up. Hold on.
They do. They have a whole language to speak in the courtroom, which is a combination of the sea
jargon, industry jargon.
English wasn't created for boats. Sis. English was created for the English. Yes, English became,
like all languages that develop,
English
they change.
became an accepted maritime language, meaning it was a language that was common at various points throughout the world, but it wasn't created as a boat language.
I'm looking up maritime language because I think that you guys are just saying nonsense. Maritime language, there's nothing. That's not a thing.
Look up, was English a shipping language?
That question doesn't even make fucking sense. What distinguishes a shipping language from a non-shipping language?
English gained prominence during the Age of Exploration.
That's not
the expansion of global trade, becoming a lingua franca for the maritime affairs.
Yeah,
maritime trade is how
everything.
The British naval power. As British naval power grew, so did the influence of the English
put on
language.
display my issue with the Aboriginal argument, because
the Aboriginal argument is absurd. It's absurd.
I agree.
Even the book.
Really, he's trying to say, well, what language does he speak? Well, if the common maritime language is English and you're shipping people back and forth, then of course you're going to be speaking English because that is the common language used for sailors.
All right, can we? All right, so
move on.
English does, I think, half of English is borrowed words, right? There might be some validity to what she's saying, Powder Dusty.
You're just stirring it. There's no validity there. All it says is that English people who spoke English.
But there are a lot of borrowed words. You would agree with that. There's a lot of borrowed words. Okay.
All languages, yeah.
Okay, that's all I was saying. I think that's what
I'm good with that. What she's saying is it's a maritime language, which doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't know what that means.
No, okay. The reason why is
but the only reason why I was saying but the only reason why I was saying is that if you're doing business with if you're doing trade, right, it's probably best to have understandings of different greetings or whatever, right? So maybe that's why we have so many borrowed words. I don't know. So that's probably where she's going. I don't know.
CT, here's my point on why it's so dumb. When you ask me questions like, what language do we speak? There's a benefit in speaking an accepted language around the world, right? That's a vehicle that we could use.
That's not what he was demonstrating.
Yeah, but it does sound. But it does sound like what some of you guys are saying is that the language is made up. Like English is made up. Like I see where Powder Dusty's coming. I'm
not saying it's a made up language. I'm saying is that it was the reason why, because he asked, well, what language do people speak that were shipped over here from okay, so were they on ships? Well, if the common language on ships were English, because that was the common and the language for people to communicate on ships,
Spanish.
Then of course
it was also
on
French,
the ship, and then they also come over here.
It was also Portuguese.
No,
why didn't the massive Greek, Black American population that was already here?
English is a made up language, though. Has Latin, Arabic.
How do I speak in different languages? How do I trade with you if I don't know what language? Know your language? What we gonna do? Sign language?
See, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, damn, man, there might be some
languages spoken on slave ships was also French, Portuguese.
But that's what English is. She's kind of right. She's
But
kind of right. It's
all
a
right, so
mixture of other languages.
I guess the question would be, what did the people in what is now known as the UK spoke 700 years ago?
They
What did
spoke
they
English. Anglo-Saxons spoke English
because they had
for hundreds
literature. I
of
mean,
years.
they had literature going back.
Why are we going
It
through
was
etymology though? I don't even
was
remember the
another
original
version of
translation.
Latin. CT.
I agree with the white man again.
Thank you. There's hope for you. I'll give you a day pass to the country club.
Nah, I agree with you to teach my people things, but not to align myself with you. I'm good.
Yeah.
Uh oh. You know what you got up now.
Well, fine. If you want to segregate yourself over there with you know, the pretendian and whoever that is.
No, I'm not aligning
The
myself with
pretendian and macroeconomics down there.
I am the founding member of the ABA, the Anti-Brokenness Association. I believe that Black empowerment is based in financial literacy and financial empowerment. So no, the people you're trying to attach me to, nah, I ain't attached to them.
Hold on. Will,
let me respond to
hold
that.
Hold on, y'all. We got LGBT in the house. Go ahead, LGBT.
I go ahead, 10th man. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody.
Hold on,
literally, as I click the StreamYards link and I was sitting in the back, CT said,
No, not you, Will. Not you,
Oh,
Will.
you talking to him?
Tim,
My fault,
yeah,
son.
yeah, he part. He part.
Will answer to
fault,
LGBT.
I'm gonna get back to you, white boy. But go ahead, homeboy.
No, CT said what I was gonna say, but I was gonna say that like about the what did they speak hundreds of years ago, and I mean I'm not a rocket surgeon, but I was under the understanding that modern English was an amalgamation of Old English, German. Sorry, I was doing stuff, and French,
Portuguese,
and a few, and the you know so. I don't know what this discussion is. It's very interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm even confused about why we're talking about etymology.
Because we always having the conversation. That's why.
The reason why is because
this is one of the things that gets injected by the
abo. I'm like, okay, well, we supposedly came over here on ships, and English is the common language on ships.
The reason he asked that question was to illustrate that there's a image of a Western man, not. You know what? I don't even know. I can explain to you, but I can't understand it for you.
Good.
There's definitely an image of the Western Black man as well.
And it's
JP.
JP.
That's something I push back against. That's why I come on this panel and crash out. Because for a lot of you, right, the image of a Western Black man is JP. Right?
So you come up here with an avatar of a kid in a ski mask and don't cam up and you whine about why JP is allowed for dinner?
Y'all don't like to talk about guys like me. Right?
You are true.
Let's talk about. I'm trying to talk about you, and I think you're weaker than JP is.
Nah, hear me out. But you don't like to talk about guys like me in terms of the image of Black men.
But he's not the
married. That are married, who all their children live in their home, right?
Let me hear your wife say hi. Have her shout in the background. I think you're full of shit. Macroeconomics.
Babe.
No, don't
come
put
here.
it. Man, come on.
Hurry up! I gotta prove something to a white man.
Come here, the white man wants you.
My baby's B1, so once I told her, yeah, we gotta make a white man look stupid.
Will,
come down here.
Will, don't
you would ignore me, Black Bear. Babe, I know you did, but we have to prove something to a white man. So first, I'm gonna allow you to speak to my wife and then my child. Right? Say hi to him.
No, Will, don't do it.
Babe. Hello. All right.
Nice to meet you.
Come here, my beautiful princess. Say pause.
I don't want to talk to your kid.
Say pause. Pause. Right. So again, it's not the image that JP presents.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I bet if I told JP to bring me his woman, he wouldn't do it.
All right, can I finish? Oh, you on run, white boy? You just gonna make a bunch of chaos?
She's in jail.
Will,
you he picks him. She's in jail.
So again, the issue is the image. I don't agree with CT that there's no image of a Black man. I believe for many of you, you take a lot of pride and onus in the fact that the image of the Black man is JP. You're scared for me to be the image of a Black man because you don't live the life I live.
Yeah, I'm the image of a Black man. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what you're getting about. I think that JP is a better representation of a man than I think you are.
Okay, Powder Donuts, you tripping, man? Stop it, man. Stop.
Nah,
Man.
let's slow cook,
Stop.
Black
If
Bear.
I told JP to bring
Chill,
me his
Black Bear.
wife,
Let's slow
do you
cook.
think
Okay,
that he would bring me
I
his wife?
I told him not to do
Let
it.
me ask you this.
I told him not to do it.
Nah,
Yeah, you
White
did. I heard
Powder.
you.
Let me ask you this, White Powder. If your daughter brought a man like JP home, would you be
Oh, he
happy?
blacked out.
I'd throw him
blacked.
straight out. Absolutely, it wouldn't happen.
All right then.
But you were
So-
white out though. You know you
But
were
if you
white.
brought,
why would
if she brought a guy like you home, it wouldn't work either.
Well, that's only because I'm black.
No, it's
That's only
because you're
because I'm black.
subservient.
But if I was
it's because
white,
you're
if
subservient.
I was white
You're weak
and I
and you're
drove
receptive.
the BMW I drive, if I was white and I made the money I made,
I know everybody on the internet is a millionaire, and I'm sure that you're a great fighter and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
She goes to sleep.
Why don't you? But my question is, why is JP able to? Because you asked the question. I think you view JP as the standard for black men. My question is, why aren't you cammed up here making a better presentation than JP? All you've done is come up here under an avatar of a kid in a ski mask and whine about what you receive from other people. Why don't you build it your damn self? Because you're weak and you're receptive.
Now, hold up. I wasn't listening to you. Come here. I'm going to show you why. Hey, baby girl, what instrument is that you're holding? What's it called? It's
Why
called
do you
a what?
No,
It's called a cello.
Will,
You think JP kids will ever get around a cello?
I think
Yeah, they probably would.
Now, CT, stop it.
Cellos
See,
are
here you
valuable.
go,
Of course
CT.
they would.
A cello is a common instrument that they actually have in elementary school that they introduce to kids. So that's not like a weird thing.
That was a good flex, but let me add, but it doesn't address my question, which is if you're such a good representation of
question,
black
white
men,
man? You got
why
my
aren't you a
attention.
more powerful image of a black man? Why aren't you cammed up here offsetting JP's insanity with your own impressiveness?
I mean, the honest reason, as I changed my profile pic, like I got something to hide.
No,
like,
no. Why are you
the
hiding
honest
behind a
reason
picture
is
at all?
because a lot of y'all be gay. Like, so I don't really
Because
but
you're
if you want to
scared.
see
You're
what,
scared
but
you'll
hold on,
get
if you want to
fucked.
see
Is
what my
that why?
lifestyle's like, we can zoom in on that profile. That's called
So
an
you don't
infinity
cam up
pool.
because you're scared stronger dudes will fuck you. This is my point. You're
Oh,
weak.
come on,
That's
man.
why
See, that's a white man's concern. I don't worry about that.
I think he means more
I
like
die before I let that happen.
I think he means not
I
like in a
die
physical
before I
sense.
let that happen.
I don't think
That's your
Flow State.
concern, not
I don't
mine,
think
white
Flow
boy.
State. No, I don't think Flow State meant it like in a physical sense.
No,
It
he meant
more
it that
like-
way.
No, I don't
That's
think.
one
CT,
of
I
their
think he
biggest
meant-
fears, bro.
CT, I think he meant it in the
He
physical way.
did mean it that way. I don't fear that because
I don't think he
I
meant it
would
that
die
way.
before
I don't
let
think
that
he meant it that way. No,
That's why we're different.
yeah, I don't think he meant it that way.
Right. But get back to the infinity pool, though.
you'll get the dick that you're
Yeah.
given
Get back to the
if
infinity
you cam
pool.
up.
Right.
Dang, he crazy.
JP's not scared of getting fucked.
I don't have to cam up, bro.
Well, then you don't get if you're not willing, if you're too scared to put your face on camera and represent black men
Do
better
you
than
really,
JP,
do
then
you really
JP gets
believe,
to set
right,
the
that with the
standard
profile
because you're a
pics that I
coward.
use, because I'll change my profile pic 5 times if you want me to. Do you
I know.
believe with the
I'm not
profile
impressed
pics
by
I
your
use
profile
that
picture.
the audience believes you have more than me? Do you believe that?
I didn't hear what you asked. What was it?
Right. I'll change my profile pic 5 times. I'll show you me in 5 different countries. Do you think that the audience believes you have more than me?
Yes. Yeah. No, I think the audience can see that you're demonstrably a coward.
I hear you.
CT, JP ain't the image of black men, and I'm gonna be.
I never said he
all-
was. I never
CT,
said
I
he
know
was.
what you're doing, CT.
That's all.
I know what you're doing.
What am I
Why are
doing?
you
What am I
back
doing?
with CT?
You are
I know what he's
providing
doing.
racist soft porn. This
Wait,
is
what
how
happened?
you get your cash app.
Racist
dangle-
soft
Cause
porn.
you
Wait,
dangle,
what's going on? What
Because
happened?
you dangle goofy black men out here.
Can
to
I
make
get a
white
link to
men
that in the
feel
back
like
Sir,
chat,
I
everything they
literally-
want to believe about us is right. They can look
What?
at him and
Wait,
think they're
what?
better than him. The reason you drop me is because you know
Bro, I've had some of the most influential black men that come on my show. What are you talking about, bro? What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, my own fraternity brother
Yeah.
who had on my show.
I'm saying it's the reason you drop me.
Dude,
Yeah.
they drop you because you keep
You're
talking
annoying.
when I drop you because
No, it's because you're
talking when I'm
catering to your
I'm
base.
the host. I know I'm the host. Okay, bro.
Did you say you're the hoe? Hold on. Say pause.
Why is he
Say pause.
posturing to try to pick a fight with CT instead of answering my fucking question?
That's what me and CT always do. And it's because I respect his grip. I know he don't believe in half.
Go ahead, kiss the host ass. Try to get an ally because you're getting stomped out by me.
Nah,
There's no profile picture you can put up that will not make you still a coward who's too scared to put your face on camera. So as long as you are too scared to let you represent
Here's the thing, right?
the people
in America,
who have
there
more
was this thing
bravery
called
and
COINTELPRO, right?
give
The
you
more
what
you
get.
ask to see my face, the more I know you want to do something. You want to Malcolm X me, don't you, white boy? You want to Malcolm me, don't you, white boy?
Dude, Malcolm X. Dude, Malcolm. How could Powder Dusty Malcolm X you when Malcolm X was killed by blacks on the orders of a black man? What the hell are you talking about?
CT, you don't know that.
That's debatable. Most of us are smart enough to know J. Edgar Hoover was in control of all that.
That's a fact,
Dude,
bro.
Farrakhan, dude, I love Farrakhan. Dude, Farrakhan himself said, dude, we don't give a goddamn about no white people orders. Nigga, we'd have killed him any goddamn way. Dude, he said it himself. He said it himself in an interview. I mean, in a speech.
Yeah, because he said that stuff about their god.
I thought the was it the FBI or CIA kind of led that because they said the shot was an impossible shot.
It don't matter. The fact of the matter
ran
is
up on him and shot him in front of his kids in a ballroom. What are you talking? An impossible shot. They killed him in front of his kids. What are you talking about?
No, CT. I watched the documentary on it. That it was bullets. So they said that the guys ran up and they shot up, but they said that he had bullet wounds that was shot down. So they were saying, okay.
How much historical coping can you do? I mean, This guy will talk all his shit and act like people don't want him to be the image, but he's too scared to cam up because he's scared that I'm going to try to Malcolm X him. I promise you, Will, I don't care. I don't think about you nearly as much as you think about me.
All that means is that when they shot him and somebody else walked up probably afterwards and shot him 2 times to make sure he was dead. That's what it sounded like to me.
This has nothing to do with anything that I'm talking on, which is the fact that JP gets to more image setting power because he has the balls to take it for himself.
Thank you, CT. So can we fight
and
or not?
Will is
if
receptive.
You want me to be quiet,
Will
so
is receptive of whatever he's given.
But are you going to let us fight?
I got respect.
Can I beat this white boy up?
I got respect for JP because he speak his truth.
Can you beat this white boy up?
Real quick, hey, Wall Street Willie wants to beat you up, Powder Dusty. Go ahead, Wall Street Willie. Beat up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how he's going to get that done if he's too scared to let me see his face.
It's not even about scared. Have you never read a history book? I've been taught to protect myself from beasts like you.
You've been taught to be a coward, and it's
like
working.
You can't confuse me anymore, beast. I can read books now, right? I know what you people do. I know what your kind do. So you begging to see my face.
That's why you're scared. That's why you're
scared.
To
see my face confirms for me when it has nothing to do with the argument. When I've given you a profile pic,
it does.
You want to
do
point
something. You were making.
You want to get my biometrics, don't you?
You are acting like you're a better example, but you're a worse example because you're a bigger coward.
You want to get my biometrics, don't you?
Yes, Flo's a Terminator. He's coming. Yeah.
You one of those dusties for real.
What, you think I'm going to steal your identity to try to get credit cards or something?
I'm gonna treat you just like I treat the Nigerians.
Okay, well, as long as you're a coward, a coward,
treat you like
and
I treat all other scammers. The less information I give you, the better. So, do you want to have the conversation or not?
We can have a conversation, and I'm explaining to you what you were asking. The reason JP gets to be the face of black men is because he's a better example of a man. He's a better example of a man than you are. You are a coward.
Let's move on from your need to look at another man. Right? We don't subscribe to that here.
Yeah.
We don't have no problems with the alphabet community.
I bet you take whatever dick you're given. I bet you take whatever dick you're given.
I feel like you want to go beat off to me jumping on cam. This is the vibes you're giving me. You're talking all this weirdness.
If I decide to do that, there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Can we get back to the conversation?
I know you want to run from the conversation. I tell people on this panel
which part of the
every day,
conversation?
they love running from Wall Street.
All right, go ahead, and you say something. I'm gonna calm down.
saves them
I'm
by
gonna feed off
dropping
to you
it.
right now. I got enough to work with
for
that avatar.
CT's algorithm when I fricassee fry you white boys.
Do you have a profile picture where you're like facing the camera that I can beat off to?
Why do you pause? Nah, I'm good.
All right, guys. I will be back tomorrow. If anybody wants this show, I'll be. I'm gonna delete the one on YouTube. But, I'll give it to you.
Can I drop my final words? Death to the coon. Death to the coon. Salute to the panel.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Washi
God.
Willie. God, hold on for a second. Washi Willie, you got, bro. I get it. You're light skinned. You're trying to overcompensate, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't help it that I was actually born black, pure black. You gotta get over that, bro. Calling me a coon doesn't work after the billionth time. It just doesn't.
Oh, is that what he's doing? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, he's light skinned. He has a lot of white blood. Indian. Yeah, something to prove, and it's so bad when you hear these guys. I'll be back tomorrow. If anybody wants this show, just email me and I'll send you the link for the it's on Rumble. But go ahead, guys. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Go ahead, guys.
You gotta go. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you go to your life, buddy. It's nice seeing you. Bye, everybody.
Nice seeing you as well, guys. Go ahead. Thank you so much. Hey, and once again, thank you so much for the cash up, buddy. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
I want to thank you for having me on the second night. I actually enjoy your show. I think it's a great dialogue. I like to talk to other cultures. I like to talk to white people. I don't really get to talk to white people that much, so I like to hear their perspective. So it's really cool. I like to talk to them. So
You're always welcome on my channel.
Oh, you know what? I gotta I subscribe to you. I don't get your notifications.
I'll put the new channel in the back. I don't know which one you're on.
Oh, okay.
If anybody wants this show today, just email me, and I gotta erase it. You know, I'm still demonetized, and I'm trying to get remonetized, but I'll give you the Rumble link to it. Thank you so much, guys. Any last words? Go ahead, guys.
So, CT, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Why is JP a symbol for you to share with America? Why?
He's not a symbol for me. What JP does, in my opinion, is he forces you smarty arty homeowners, taxpayers, to look in the mirror at yourselves. He says, why are you attacking me? I'm a nobody. I'm a man on welfare. I live in a nobody state, nobody city. But you ain't attacking the power structure, How come you're not attacking Elon Musk? How come you're not attacking all the government subsidies for all these corporations, the bank bailouts? Tell me that ain't happened. Tell me there are no bank bailouts. Tell me there are no bailouts for corporations. He's punking y'all.
Yeah.
And what I find beautiful, you ask me a question, I'm giving you an answer, right, Blackberry?
I did.
He's punking y'all, and he's punking me. You guys are so tough. You're in your photo with your guns.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you are. You're these white people, their ancestors fought because there was a 1% increase in tea. How come y'all ain't fighting to keep me off welfare? Why y'all questioning me? That's what he's doing. And that's what I love about what JP's doing. Do you think that I'm trying to promote a nigga on welfare? No. But what I am promoting is hypocrisy being exposed.
CT, I don't trip on JP being on welfare. He's an American. My issue was people who not American on welfare. That's what I get upset about.
Yeah.
But I do get upset a little bit when he gets so proud. He's throwing all them chicken wings and he be
Give me 1 second real quick.
Go ahead.
Cash Flow Hustle with the $10 cash up. Salute to you. Guys, give Cash Flow Hustle a big thumbs up, $sign emoji. You're going to get
must be the money that's got them on my side. Must be the money. I'm never going wrong. Must be the money that keeps me looking fly. Must be the money that's got me cruising in style. Must be the money. I've got so much bling. Must be the money. 26 with all this wealth. Must be the money that funds my lifestyle. Must be the money. The party's at
Thank you so much, Cash Flow Hustles, man. I really appreciate you. What I'm saying here, sir, is this. He's punking you. And I know as a man, you don't like hearing those words.
I don't.
You don't. Of course not. What kind of man wants to be punked out? But it's the truth, man. How come you ain't going to the government and going to Capitol Hill and going to those Senate committee hearings and listening in on? How come you're not trying to figure out where all this money's going with these black budgets within the government? Hey, man, why did Afghanistan leave? I'm sorry. Why did the military leave hundreds of billions of dollars worth of equipment in Afghanistan? See, y'all ain't doing that. But you upset about a nigga stealing his kids. I mean, it's shameful. He's a shameful character.
Yeah, he is.
You're worried about a nigga stealing his 7-year-old daughter's hugs, like little drinks. And that gets people mad. Oh, he's stealing his daughter's hugs.
No, CT, the food stamps really didn't make me upset. What made me upset with him is when he messed with them folks on the bikes. CT, you know that. When he did the thing on the bike, that's when I was like,
yeah,
oh, that's messed up.
Well, I mean, and again,
I play sports. So I could just imagine somebody
I'm about
to make a play on the ball and somebody hit me.
I'm a long distance athlete.
Right.
I'm a runner. To me, I'm not laughing at the injuries.
No, you is.
But no, of course not. I'm laughing at the fact that a nigga on welfare.
Here you go, CTC. Here you go.
A nigga on welfare going to get some pussy. not going to clock into a job. Not going to do. He disrupted an event.
Right.
And imagine the people he injured, people who train from. Dude, biking is hard.
He was a terrorist that day, CT.
He was a terrorist that day. And all you saw in the video was this nigga's Crocs in the air.
Man. I'm
this
not laughing at that. I'm
not laughing at them, of course.
Yeah, man. I feel bad for them, man. I really do.
I feel bad for him too. But the fact of the matter is that this is this. He's right. Are you gonna stop paying your taxes?
Oh, heck no.
See, and that's what I'm saying. You worried about one man, and that's the beauty, boss, about Jay Prince. The man has an 8th grade education, and he's beating us.
No,
all of us. I know you don't want to admit it, man. It's hard making your ass beat as a man and admitting it. I'll admit it. Hey, man, that nigga whooping my ass.
I'm not real. CT, I got family members on food stamps. I'm not tripping on that stuff. CT, he threw his body in front of them people, and then he said, "Hey, man, I broke bones." He said some of them people would never ride a bike.
And 2 years later, he on camera saying, "And what y'all gonna do about it?"
And what y'all gonna do about it, man? Come on, CT, that's shameful, man.
Yeah, we gotta
but that's what I'm saying. If y'all don't like his existence, end welfare. End it. That's what he's saying. JP.
No, heck no. You heard what he said. If y'all in welfare, I'm coming outside. Heck no.
JP.
You want him in your neighborhood?
Don't you got the Second Amendment? But JP. Hold on for a second. JP 6'3", blah, blah, blah. That nigga's an able-bodied man. But he figured it out. Hey, man, I could just sit around and lounge all day, have sex with nigga, get women.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can.
Figured it out. He figured it out.
He ain't no incel. We know that.
Figured it out. And I think that's what makes a lot of people mad. Like Will gets mad. Will, if your life is so much better than JP's, how come you never get okay? JP's on camera all day long. He shows you his welfare. He shows his welfare ecosystem.
He show you his kingdom. That shit crazy. Yeah. He shows you his kingdom.
So it's not me boosting and bragging about JP. It's like this. If not being on welfare is so great, well, Will, you'll cam up and show your lifestyle. And you understand what I'm saying? It's like, dude,
No, I do. I just had to get that question out of you.
No,
I just had to get that question out of you. That's all.
If being on welfare is so bad,
pause.
Certainly, everybody else to get on camera and show their lifestyle. JP shows his lifestyle every day. Every day. Matter of fact, here, before I get up out here,
CT, come on,
I do want to say something before you go.
Here we go. Here you go, JP. Right here. Right in the hospital. Then the nigger goes to a store.
CT, come on, man. What is this? What is
the
this?
nigger goes to a store. He notices water is on the floor. And per their policy, you're supposed to have signage. Hey, it's water here. Wet, wet. And he noticed. Now, smarty arty niggas like me and you would have walked around. Oh, yeah, I'm walking around.
I would have walked around.
I'd have walked around. Probably slip. Woo. Get a little Debbie. But JP said, hey, man, I'm about to get some money out this bitch.
Oh.
And faked an injury. That's what he did. That's what this nigga doing.
CT, that's a con man right there, CT.
So, his argument is, hey, man. Look at this nigga.
Oh, my God. CT, what the hell?
Oh, and he recorded himself doing it?
CT, he went in the store and fell?
Wait,
he used it as evidence?
No way, CT. Show it, man. I've never seen this.
I'm about to show it to you. Here you go.
Wow.
This is what makes JP better than y'all. Watch this.
I think I'm gonna make a lick right quick.
I'm about to make a lick.
That means he about to steal.
No, watch.
I think I'm gonna make a lick right quick.
That's content. Come on now. He drinking water that he ain't paid for yet.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Oh shit!
Oh man! CT!
Oh shit! Somebody call Ambo.
Oh, CT!
Yeah, my bad, man. Oh, somebody call Ambo.
Oh, CT!
Oh, this ain't no joke. Oh man!
In front of his kids, in front of his kids.
CT, come on, man. CT, this ain't the average black man.
Oh,
CT.
fail.
This is not
like
the average.
Some boot gangs type of stuff.
Oh man!
You gotta watch out with the water.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh.
Oh, not the baby.
Tell somebody call it. Go, JoJo. Go tell them call Ambo.
Oh
On the front.
CT.
Oh man.
Oh,
for the water. Oh, poor baby.
This nigga gotta go to jail,
this
man.
go up there,
This
tell him.
nigga gotta go to jail. This nigga. Oh, come on, man.
Where all y'all know how to go?
Oh man, come on, man. Oh, he got a neck. Oh, hell no. CT, for real? Oh, come on, man. He got a whole. He in the ambulance.
Like the insurance company don't see all these videos he putting out of the thing, or
Man, he about to get some money though. I couldn't do
I
nothing.
should have took that verse from. Wait.
I couldn't do nothing.
Later.
Damn. He about to get some bread. He about to get some bread. But shame on JP, CT.
Here goes the guy. Here goes the guy.
But he about to get some bread, though. He about to get some bread.
You got to look at it from his perspective. Here goes the guy. He's figured it out.
CT.
That's the game. So, whites and other groups of people, they sue. They get all types of money. He figured it out. I'm not saying that. I'm not promoting JP's lifestyle at all.
You are, CT.
But it's the elephant in the room. Go ahead. And I'm going to get up out of here. Go ahead.
I can't. So what? He showed you that today?
Oh, dude, today. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I might do a whole show about it tomorrow.
Yeah, he about to get some bread though. He about to get some bread. Damn.
Here goes the thing. Speedway didn't have signage up that said that there was a spill here.
Yeah.
Now, let an employee do something the wrong way. Let an employee do something the wrong way. They have in the handbook it says this, that, and the other.
Yeah. I'm not walking in the grocery store, see a puddle of water.
I'm not going into Speedway at all at my age. I mean, come on. But I get what you're saying. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I mean, it's a hustle. And he said he about to hit a lick. So, yeah.
Guys, go over to the Cat of Truth podcast at Gmail and ask me for the link, and I'll give you the video for today. Guys, go ahead. About what you just saw with JP. Go ahead, buddy.
CT. Damn, man, that's nuts right there. I can't believe.
Yep.
Damn, I don't think he should have showed you until after the case, though. I don't think he should have showed you that. But
that's a mistake right there.
Yeah, he shouldn't have did that. But I mean,
not that smart. That junior high education ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because he would have. You do that afterwards.
The cops already came to his house and gave him a citation for like pranking. So, it's not really evidence. He's already acknowledged that it was a prank.
Right.
Oh, okay. So he didn't get a lawyer and trying to get some money.
No.
I told you it was some bunk gang stuff, but that's
No.
funny. But poor baby, don't do that in front of the kids, though. Don't do that with the kids.
Yeah. He said he's teaching his kids how to do it. But anyway, but go ahead, guys.
Oh,
I'll be back tomorrow. I'm more than likely.
One thing I want to say this. I want to say something about the subject, right? I think that Trump, when he says get over slavery, he does have a good point with that because, rather than us going to the government and asking them for reparations, what we need to be doing, if so-called there was grandpa that hooked up with the slaves and you are a product of that, well, then that's your grandpa and everything he owns. Okay, you are a direct descendant of a white slave owner. You know, I'm a light-skinned black person. That means that slave owner hooked up with my ancestors. So that means you need to go find your cousins and find out, because if you part of this family, that's where the money's at. Instead of us going to the government, we need to find out, because guess what? If this person died and he has land and has this, that, the other, and it's passed down to the generations, where is that money? We need to be going to that. We don't need the government. We need to go find our cousins. We need to find our family.
And on that note, guys, I will be back tomorrow, guys. I gotta get the hell up out of here. Thank you, guys.
Hey,
go ahead.
Hey, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
The baby boomers, their grandparents, they weren't slaves. Generation X, their grandparents, they weren't slaves. And then millennials, their grandparents, they weren't slaves. So none of us really know anything about that stuff. That stuff died with the golden generation, I think.
It's possible, man.
Find your grandpa, find your cousins, okay? If your last name is Brown and you was part of the Brown plantation, I'm sure they own some property and some land and some assets. Y'all need to go find y'all cousins, find out who you related to, and find out where that money's at. That's where the money's at, right there.
It's possible.
Yep. All right, CT.
Guys.
Come on, man.
Guys, thank you so much, guys.
See you tomorrow,
guys. See you tomorrow. Guys, I will be back tomorrow. If you want this stream, which I can't keep on YouTube, email me and I will send you the link to this. Guys, have a good one, guys. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Chaotic truth beats fire words, inflames the air. Flash and burn like acid rain. Truth won't bend, it won't break. Voices rise, it can't be changed. Lies will fade, truth will manifest.
This is what I said to him.